let's move on and talk about galamsey, because the High Command of the Anti-Galamsey Task Force Operation Vanguard says its checks in the Atiwa forest are yet to establish any illegal mining as suggested by media reports. Some media outlets reported on Tuesday that illegal miners have besieged the forest, destroying water bodies there. But commander of the Anti-Illegal Mining Task Force, Colonel William Ejapong, says its checks in the forest are yet to establish any such breach on the ban against mining in the country. Here's his interview with Erastus Asaridonko.
It's been a year and some days since Operation Vanguard was mandated to sort of wage war against illegal mining in our country. Now I have with me here Colonel Ejapong, who has been at the forefront of this fight. Today we're going to have an interview trying to assess the performances, what has been done and what needs to be done going into the future. You're welcome to JoyNews.
Thank you very much, Erastus.
Now, let's start with the statistics. What have we been able to do on paper?
Thank you again, and then I like the way you started that. The operation started about a year ago. Indeed, the planning at a strategic level and operational levels started way back, but on the ground, operational-wise, tactical-wise, we came into the theater at the end of July. And so we've been roughly in the theater about, let's say, 5 months, and I think that on paper it looks very good. We have been able to effect as many as 699 arrests in Eastern region, Ashanti region, and Western region. In terms of the equipment that's the illegal miners and some small-scale miners were using, we've been able to immobilize as many as getting to 3,000 shamfans. I'm talking about the portable waterborne machines that are used to destroy the water bodies. We've been able to also seize or immobilize over 69 excavators. But for me, the interesting thing is that the small-scale miners themselves came on board, and then during the period, we have monitored not less than 900 excavators that have been voluntarily moved from the various mining sites to the urban areas. And you can imagine what 900 excavators on our soil could have done to the country for all these 5 months. So in terms of statistics, this is where we stand. It's looking good. And I hope that by the time we get to the end, we will have something more better than what we have after this 4.5 months period. From where I sit and from the operations we have been conducting so far, I can say emphatically that no Operation Vanguard personnel has stooped so low to be compromised as is being said. We will recall that people have been hiding behind the banner, behind the brand name Vanguard. In fact, some news items that came up recently in Western region and Eastern region was clear to the fact that people hide under the name of Vanguard and they sort of do whatever they want. Erastus, nothing comes up clearly. It's been a very challenging job right from the beginning up to here. When you have to go to the field and you are in the field, sometimes there's no communication, and you don't even know where the next group of your personnel are. It's been very challenging, but what I have come to see and know is that the Ghanaian soldier and the Ghanaian policeman can be trusted. Once they know the kind of mission they're undertaking, once they trust and they believe in the cause and they trust the leadership and the operation itself, they will give of their best. I think that that's been a very challenging moment for me, having the opportunity to have the military and the police work in a concerted effort to achieve a very good aim for this country. I think that has been a very challenging moment, and at this point in time, the military and the police hierarchy think that it's time to have a changeover of the leadership. And so nothing is going to change. It's Vanguard. It is not about an individual. It is Operation Vanguard. And so as long as we are concerned, Operation Vanguard is continuing. So maybe by next week or two, I'll leave the scene and somebody else will take over, and he will continue the very good work that the military and the police have been doing all this time.
Colonel William Ejapon there speaking to Erastus Asari Donko in Kumasi.